Well, hello, my beautiful people. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, didn't I tell y'all that I was going to be doing something different? I'm paying for this software, so I might as well use it another way that I can be using it. Y'all don't see me, right? But anyway, welcome, my beautiful people. Welcome, my beautiful people. And welcome back to what? Miss J's Unfiltered Talk Show and Podcast. I am your host, Angela Johnson, but you can call me Miss J. This evening, I know it's late, it's 10 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time, but I decided to come in here on this Hump Day Wednesday to dive in on something real quick. And I want to dive in on this question that probably have crossed your mind more than once. Hmm. And that question is, do you know your purpose? Do you know what your purpose is? But what's more importantly is, are you walking in your purpose? And, hmm, do everybody have a purpose? We're going to dive into this. I'm not going to hold y'all long either. I'm not going to hold you long. So, when we hear the word purpose, let me go to my comments here. When we hear the words purpose, um, that's a kind of big word to be hearing. And it's just about intimidating to a lot of us, right? But what if I told you that purpose doesn't have to be complicated? And I will say it does not look the same for everybody. Purpose. So tonight, I want to unpack this real quick. Share some personal insight, and probably give you some practical steps um, to not only discover your purpose, but to actually live it out. Actually live your purpose out. So now when we define purpose, let's talk about purpose real quick. Mainly, basically purpose in simple terms, is the reason for which something exists or is done, made, or used. All right, let's sit there a little bit for about a minute. Purpose, in simplest terms, the reason for which something exists or is done, made, or used. Are you walking in your purpose? Do you know your purpose? Does everybody have a purpose? That's what I'm going to be unpacking tonight. Real quick though. So, talking about bringing up purpose. Let me give you a personal reflection on this for me. Um, those that know, y'all might hear my dogs out there, but it's okay. Those that know my story, how I started my talk show. And I also have a story how I really got into doing makeup as well. Uh, my story but I'm going to tell you both of them. I don't want to hold everybody up too long. Um, I'm gonna briefly tell you how I started my talk show 5 years ago. Um, I kept hearing the voice, You need to do this. You need to do a talk. You need to do a talk show. You need to do a talk show. You need to do a talk show. And that went on with me for about 6 months. And finally, I gave in, and I just said, "Okay, Lord, I know this got to be you talking to me." That's not the third time I've heard His voice. You're gonna know His voice. You're gonna know the Spirit when He's talking to you. and I did it. Um, and I feel like by me walking and doing, accepting that assignment, being obedient, and I accepted that assignment, I felt like, and I feel like definitely now, 5 years later, this is my purpose. My purpose was to do this platform. My purpose for me was to do my talk show. My purpose is to have this platform for people that have stories to tell, that can help and reach somebody, that can enlighten people, that can uplift people, that can motivate people. I really feel like when I decided 5 years ago, sitting right here in this same room I'm sitting in now, I'm in my house tonight, y'all. Um, I gave in, I threw my hands up. I said, okay, God, I'm going to do this. 5 years ago and counting. I feel like that was him giving me my purpose. Did y'all hear me? Hello, somebody. I feel like that was God giving me my purpose. And then until you got some people feel like, you know, it could be somebody because they're working a good job. That's what be their purpose. Because you're working a good job. Mm-mm. Not at all. Not at all. But we got to look at the fact that purpose is less about what you do and more of why you do it. This is why I still have my platform. This is why I still have my platform. Because this is something that I know in my heart God called for me to do, and it's my purpose. 5 years and counting. 5 years and counting is my purpose. I hope y'all enjoying this. Those that's watching live, thank you so much for coming in. Um, drop some questions in the comments if you like. I can see my comments coming through. I can see them. Um, but again, I know it's late, but I decided to come and do this tonight. Be talking about purpose real quick. So when we are talking about purpose, everybody's trying. I'm pretty sure somebody, somewhere is trying to find and search for their purpose, right? Why am I here? Why am I here? Y'all know I can't hardly talk, but why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing on this earth? It's because he put you here. He put us here for a reason. Let me slow down talking. He put us here for a reason. He put us here for a reason, right? But a lot of times, we have to be honest. A lot of times, a lot of people are going to feel lost or stuck. How many, and put in the comments if you're watching live or when you come back and watch the replay, how many of you feel stuck? Be honest. Think about that thing. How many of you feel lost or stuck? See, y'all know me. I could talk about myself. At one point, I did feel like I was stuck. I did. I felt like it wasn't nothing else I was going to be able to do that really soothed my soul until I got called to do this. But see, remember how I made the statement? How how you can know if you walking in your purpose? Let me tell you how you're gonna be able to do that. This is how you can tell when a person is not walking in your purpose. When you're not walking in your purpose. And if y'all can relate, put them thumbs up. Even if you're watching live or if you come and watch the replay, put the thumbs up. But this is how You can tell when you are not walking in your purpose. You're going to be feeling drained, number one. Drained instead of fulfilled. Drained instead of the feeling of being fulfilled. Mm. Mm. Constant comparison to others. You constantly comparing yourself to other people. Why he doing so and so so? Why she got so and so so? Man, her doing the same thing. You're not walking in your purpose. You're not walking in your purpose. And then we're going to have the nerve to have success, right? But you're going to have success without being satisfied. Boom. Hello. If I had my bell, I'd ring it. You're going to have success, but you're not still going to be feeling satisfied. That's how you know. There's a couple ways that you can know that you're not walking in your purpose. You're not walking in your purpose. When you're feeling drained instead of feeling fulfilled. And you're constantly comparing yourself to others. And then you're going to have the audacity to be successful and you're still not satisfied. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's how. That's how. But I just want to let you know, if you're questioning your purpose, if you are questioning your purpose, if you have sat down and asked yourself to yourself quietly in a quiet room or in the bathroom, in the shower, if you have asked yourself, if you've been questioning yourself, you've been questioning your purpose, that is a very good sign. What that means is that you are acknowledging it and you are awake. Now you want to start searching. That's going to be the first step. Hello, my love. Hello, Vegas. Thank you for being in here, my love. I see you. I see you. I see you. If you are acknowledging that, that is your first step. You questioning your purpose. You're questioning your purpose. That's the first step. That's the first step. Okay, y'all hold on for a minute. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. But yes, as I stated, if you are questioning your purpose, that is your first sign. That's your first sign. That's a good thing. I think so. That's a good thing. I really do. I think that's a good thing when if you start questioning it. I really do. So now what you also got to start doing is asking yourself how you gonna be able to discover what is your purpose. How you gonna be able to discover? What is my purpose? Now how can I discover this? How can I discover my purpose? Example. All right. Every car has to be put together, right? This is an analogy I want to use before I start talking. Every car has to be put together. But that car, That car is going to start with a frame, some framework. Y'all hear me? So this is what this is. A simple framework. You asking yourself, how do I discover? Okay, now I want to see how I can discover my purpose here now. You got to have framework. You got to have a framework put together. So your first one is, it's going to be, you got to have passion. What lights you up, right? What lights you up? What lights your fire, right? What is something that lights you up, and you can just talk about it all day long? Ask yourself that question. Put it in the comments. For those that's listening live and those just come back and watch the replay, put it in the comments. See, now what we try to do, we try to discover your purpose. What lights you up? Now me, what does it for me? Number one, I can talk about makeup all day long. That really, oh, I'm telling you. I love makeup. Even at 63, I still love makeup. And yes, I am still practicing makeup. Not practicing, I am still doing faces. And yes, I am going to start about doing my classes, my virtual classes. I love makeup. Ever since 12th grade, 10th grade, I love makeup. And I could talk about it. See? And that was also my purpose because I'm still a professional makeup artist. That's what lights me up. That's one thing that lights me up. And then me having my talk show lights me up. I can talk about this. Oh my Jesus, I can talk about it. Talk about something, and you can talk about it endlessly. Just keep it on talk about. And people will be looking at you. Will you be quiet? But that's what lights you up. Just put a fire up under you, right? And then you got to look at gifting. What is something that comes naturally to you? Is it anything that comes naturally to you? Gifting. Is it anything that comes naturally to you? Basically, in other words, what is it that people say to you that you are good at? Put in the comments. People that's watching live, people just gonna come back and watch the replay. What is it that people say that you have a gift, right? So what is it that people say that you are so good at? What is it? What is it that people say that you are so good at? And what comes, something that comes natural to you? Again, I'm going to go right back and use that reference. Makeup for me. And I really feel like I got a knack now, which I've had people to tell me also that my talk show, I'm good at my talk show. But my makeup as well, it comes naturally for me. Y'all see the examples I'm giving you? I hope y'all are. I hope y'all. Then now keep in mind, this is just like I was saying now. Every car has to be put together. Anything has to be put together. A couch, a futon has to be put together, but it has a framework you got to work with, right? So this is how you can discover your purpose. This is your framework. Next one is service. Service. How can what you love and what you're good at serve others? What is it that you are good at and what you love to do is serving others, can serve others? What is it? Put in the comments. One that's watching live and the one that's going to come back and watch the replay. What is it that you are good at that you know that can serve others? Again, go right back. Well, three things now for me. I'll talk about me. My coaching, my 360 virtual coaching with Coach Angela for menopausal women, helping bring it back your confidence, sexiness, and intimacy after menopause. Again, my makeup can serve people. My motto with that is helping every woman look more beautiful, one face at a time. And also my talk show. I'm helping others. It helps others. I help others when people come up here and share their story about addiction or about being homeless, and now they running 3 businesses, and there's somebody else out there that might have been going through that, that's feeling it, that received it, and then decide they're gonna get out here and do things different. That's helping others. Yes. What is it that you do that can help others, help and serve others? So again, your framework to put it together to start discovering your purpose is passion, gifting, and service. Real quick, passion, what lights you up? What is it you can talk about all day long? Gifting. What comes natural to you? What do people tell you that you're good at? Girl, you good at makeup. You need to start doing so and so and so. That's why I started doing makeup profession, to tell you the truth. That's why I started my business. hmm And then service. What can you do? What is that you do and you love that can serve others? Everything has a framework. Everything has a framework. Now, real quick, I got two questions. I got two questions that I want to ask you real quick. What activities make you lose track of time? What activities make you lose track of time? And what breaks your heart that you wish you could fix? Think about it. I'm going to ask you again. What activities make you lose track of time? And what breaks your heart that you wish you could fix? Boom. Oh, wow. Now I'm going to go right back. I answer one of them real quick. Now, the activity that makes me lose track of time, it's going to, see, I'm going to still go right back to my makeup and my talk show. The reason why, because on my talk show, my ideal is 40 to 45 minutes. But I have had episodes where I have went an hour and a half, an hour and 35 minutes, because the conversation be, number one, needed, and the conversation be so engaging and so good. We just keep going. We just keep going. That's an activity. And then my makeup, lose track of time. When I'm doing a client makeup, doing their makeup for them, I'm loving what I do. They loving what I'm doing. We just get to talking about makeup. Sometimes my clients will ask me, well, Miss J, how did you get started? So and so and so. And then I tell them, I tell them how I got started. Losing track of time. Those are my activities. I lose track of time, and of course, my coaching. I definitely lose track of time. I definitely lose track of time. I How many, and y'all put in the comments, how many of you listening live and listening to replay, how many of y'all do journaling? And if you haven't, and you have not started, I really would suggest that you do journaling. See, because when you do it, and I got something coming as well, when you do journaling, that's especially doing it in a quiet space, that's your time right there to put all your personal thoughts, all your personal feelings, whether they're good or bad, indifferent, put them all in there. And I really, this is what I would like for y'all to do, and I want to do that. I'm gonna schedule this a time to come and talk about this for about 5 or 10 minutes. I would love for people to get together with me and my on the Zoom and I'm explaining to you why on the Zoom, but not right now, to write a letter to your younger self. If you have never done that, whew, yes, write a letter to your younger self, whatever age you want yourself to be at the time when you write that letter. I want us to do that. I want us to do that. And I'm a carve out a time and a space, um, and to talk about it. Remember when I asked the question, does everybody have a purpose? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Well, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. How many of you probably have looked at your life and compared it to other people and thought, well, maybe some people are meant to be great, have greatness, but just not me. How many have done that? How many have done that? But see, to be honest, and y'all know how transparent I am, that's not cool to do. That's not cool to do. But again, everybody have a purpose. But see, the thing with purpose now, it's not going to be the same for everyone. And if you really look at it, it's supposed to be. Do everybody's purpose supposed to look the same for everyone? No. No, it don't. You don't. For an example, for this person purpose, it might look like leading thousands and thousands of people, talking in front of thousands and thousands of people. For somebody else, it might just be just having a family. Y'all get me? I hope you do. I hope you do. I hope you do. But see, the only thing with that is because that person might look at purpose for them being leading thousands and thousands and thousands of people. But this person purpose might be just looking at just having 2 or 3 kids and a family. But see, the thing with that is they both are powerful. But most importantly, they both are necessary. I hope y'all getting this. I hope y'all getting this. But think about this. Okay, let me give you this. Let me give you this analogy here. I just thought about it. All right. So let's take a candle, right? Now a candle, what's the purpose of that candle? What is the purpose of having a candle? It's to shine a little light, right? Or bring some light, right? Midnight. You can't jump on my laptop. That's the purpose of a candle, right? To shine a little light. Now we go outside and we see them beautiful trees and stuff, right? What's the purpose of them trees? What do y'all think the purpose of trees is? To either to have you some type of shelter, either bring you shade or sort of halfway cover you from the rain, right? And of course to grow, I'm gonna do that. But the main thing, produce oxygen for us. It produces oxygen. But look at this thing now. The candle and the trees. They got different roles, right? They have 2 different purposes. But the thing of it is, the whole thing in a nutshell is, don't both of them make our lives a little bit better? Think about that thing. Think about that thing now. They different. They got different purposes. But don't they both make our life better? All right now. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. They make our lives better. Two different purposes, but make our life better. So again, everyone does have a purpose. And I'm going to go right back to that same question. But are you walking in yours? I hope me doing this tonight, and this was an impromptu for me. But like I stated, those that have been following me, and I did a video a couple weeks ago where I told y'all I'm going to be coming in sometimes. Y'all ain't going to see my face. So I've been planning on doing this, but I just decided, I knew I was going to do it yesterday when I did last night when I put the post up. Okay? So y'all going to see me doing this some more times. So again, yes, everybody has a purpose. But are you walking in yours? Wow. But see, a lot of times when we think about purpose, y'all ask yourself this question. Why does it always be like some people always, when you think about purpose, it always got to be about existing, right? Existing. It's not just about existing, y'all. It's about living and being intentionally, using what you've been given to impact the world. Using what you have been given to impact the world. I'm going to come right back and talk about me. My makeup, my talk show, my coaching. I'm using that, my purpose, to impact the world. And of course the people that's gonna be around you. Yeah. And see, don't look at the fact, don't be looking at that your impaction to be all don't be upset if it's a small impaction, but it's impacting somebody, right? Don't get all that bent out of shape because it ain't impacting a big amount. No, if it did not impact no more than 5 people, it impacted 5 people. Whatever you did to bring some type of impaction on them 5 people, you got through to 5 people. You got through to two persons. So don't feel like it got to be all 100 people. No, no, mm-mm. An impact is an impact, regardless how many people that it does that you impact. Okay. Hope y'all got that. Thank y'all for being in here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. So I'm getting ready to end, and I'm getting ready to leave now, y'all. I told y'all I won't gonna have it up here long, but I got one more thing I want to say. Um, mm, I wonder how y'all gonna feel about this. So, with my closing, I just want you to understand the meaning of purpose. Understand it. Purpose is about passion. This is your framework to get to your purpose. Passion, gifting, and service. And don't and let me say this. Don't always feel you gotta be perfect because that was my fault. That was my problem. I always felt like everything I was trying to do I had to be try to make it perfect. Prime example, because I told y'all know I talk about me. Like when I first started my talk show. I mean, I wanted everything like this, like this, like this, blah, blah, blah. Even now, I'm not as bad as I was, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not as bad like I started out. I'm not gonna lie. But I know how I know how I still love my things and my stuff to look and be and feel. Okay? But when I first started, I'm spending $1,200 on cameras. Yes. Yes. That's real talk. You see what I'm saying? But it don't always have to be perfect. It don't. It don't have to be perfect, but it should be and always should be about being intentional though. Anything in life you want to do, it need to be intentional of doing it. So maybe today, or shall I say tonight rather, is the day that you stop asking, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Hmm. And how to start asking. Can you live in your purpose today? Are you gonna start trying to live in your purpose? Are you gonna start trying to find your purpose? Think about it. I would like to hear in the comments. Y'all put your comments in. If you like watching me live, you can watch the replay. I would love to hear your thoughts. Share with me one step you have taken to walk in your purpose. Share with me one step that you have taken or that you know you're going to take to start walking in your purpose. Let me put it that way. Put in the comments. Share with me one step that you're going to start taking to try to start walking in your purpose. Y'all remember the framework I told you? Passion, gifting, and service. Everything got to have a framework. I would like to invite y'all to follow me, to follow my platform, Miss J's Unfiltered Talk Show and Podcast. Y'all come on and follow me. Y'all subscribe. I got my YouTube channel. Go over and subscribe there. You can find the same thing, same name, Miss J's Unfiltered Talk Show and Podcast. Go over and subscribe. I have over just about 200 videos over there. When you go to my YouTube, you're going to see some videos. Those are the ones that a long time ago I was manually uploading. But if you tap on the live tab, that's where you're going to see all nothing but the live ones. When I go live, it just automatically go over there, okay? Make sure you do that. And if it's anyone that would like to be a guest on the platform to share your story, to share your journey, to help uplift someone, to help lift people, um, inbox me, or I will put in the comments the form that I have people to fill out. If you have a topic that you would like for me to cover, and if you would like to be a special co-host to help me cover that topic, again, it's gonna be a form that I'm gonna put in the comments for you to fill, or maybe in the description that you fill out to be a guest or to be a special guest co-host. Okay. Now, with that being said, I really thank y'all for tuning in to Miss J's Unfiltered Talk Show and Podcast. And until next time, I want y'all, my beautiful people, to keep right on walking boldly in who you are meant to be. Because you do have a purpose. You just got to tap in and find it. And when you find it, you gonna be awesome. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all the ones that watching live. I will see y'all. Who knows? I might come back tomorrow with something else to talk about. Y'all let me know if y'all like me doing this. Or do y'all like to see my face? But no, in all reality, if y'all saw my videos a couple weeks ago, I did inform that this is a new year, new things I'm going to start doing. This is one of, I told y'all I'm going to start doing some things like this. Coming to y'all don't see me. But anyway, my loves, have a good night. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope, as usual, I hope this helped somebody to start the framework of walking in your purpose. And just remember now, your purpose Yours don't have to look like your neighbor's. Just make yours different and unique. Have a good one, y'all. Y'all have